Okay, so Sairam, welcome, Seva, or shall I call you Sergei, to Laksharchana interviews. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. So just to introduce you to Sergei, who we call Seva. Sergei is Lithuania. He is, I don't know where he is now, he's going to tell us, but he is from Lithuania, and he's our contact for the Baltics and for Russia. So welcome Seva. Where are you?
I'm now in Lithuania, in my flat in Klaipėda. So I'm home.
You're home. Okay, so you all know Seva travels a lot in the Baltics, and he's sometimes in Ukraine and Russia. So I never know where he is. So now we know today he's in Lithuania. He's at home. So really, Seva, I just wanted to start this interview by asking you how you heard about Laksharchana, because we never went to Lithuania with Uncle. I don't think Uncle ever went to the Baltics. So I want to ask you why, and until you invited him, he never went. So how did you hear about Laksharchana? And why, and how did you decide to have Laksharchana in Lithuania?
I heard it first time before maybe 6 years, when I was in Sai organization of Russia, and I heard that somebody near Moscow is going to make Laksharchana. I didn't know anything about how it will be and all the things, and I knew that it should be 100,000 times recitation of mantra of God's. And it should be divided to all the people who will come. Actually, when it was near Moscow, I haven't participated there, but it was Krishna Janmashtami. And there it was quite a small number of people, and they were repeating mantra for 17 hours.
17 hours! Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so because they were repeating it maybe few people, and they done it full. So we did first Laksharchana on Krishna Janmashtami with mantra Sairam.
Oh really? Sairam, okay.
Yes, because we were like 10 people, so we were chanting mantra for 3 hours. Without bhajans, without anything, because we thought that the most important thing is just to chant mantra. And then after this, one lady asked, she had a problem at her work, and she asked to help. She asked Swami to help, and the next day she got help from Swami. So it was very powerful, and the feelings, the energies were really very, very high. So we started in Russia to chant the mantra Sairam as Laksharchana, for 3 hours mostly, because it was the shortest mantra.
Yes.
And we liked mantra so, when it was 10 people, more or less, it was enough 3 hours to chant. Yeah. Then we were using this rice also for Narayana Seva, for feeding the homeless and people who are in need.
Yeah.
So it was very inspiring. And then when I came to Lithuania, I heard that in Italy, Laksharchana is Mr. Vadgama is coming, and we contacted somehow somebody by the telephone, and then they gave Frederica telephone. And then we first talked, and she said, yeah, it will be it's possible to come. So we came, and it was Baba's grace that we were led to stay in the place where Mr. Vadgama, Uncle Vadgama, will stay the next day. So we came, we saw all the Vibhuti manifestation, we saw all this, and next day we were at another place at Laksharchana, and after we came after Mr. Vadgama was in this place, and it was much more Vibhuti, and we were, you know, feeling happy then that on the map of Lithuania and on the small, you know, map of magnet, like on our city, it was Vibhuti manifested.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, and we told to Mr. Vadgama, see, you know, Baba manifested Vibhuti on all this, so you know, please come. Because mostly Vibhuti is manifested on Baba's pictures and on other divine incarnation pictures, but on the map of Lithuania and on the, you know, small map on the magnet and also small map of a small, you know, view of our city, then I felt inside that it is a sign. And we asked you to come.
Yeah.
And then we told that in this period of time it's quite busy, and this you know, dates are busy, so later. And we were praying, and then somehow we just saw that your letter that somebody cancelled Laksharchana, and you can come in May.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so it was really a grace of God for us. We had, you know, in 3 Laksharchana in Lithuania in 3 different, you know, three times, and in Mr. Vadgama was in 3 different places, and in all those places is a big miracles, Vibhuti manifestation, that lots of joy. And Baba's, you know, and you know, the Baba just was coming and blessing all this. So, and I remember this time when I was getting the mails from you, remember, and it was written Dennis, and I was so thinking, yeah, somebody from UK will come with Mr. Vadgama and some gentleman, and in the airport, I was searching for the gentleman because in Russian and in Russia and in our countries, Denis is a name of a man.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah,
so I arrived and you thought, oh,
yes,
you can find us.
I was, where is Mr. Vadgama? Wow. I see, this is Mr. Vadgama, but this lady is not looking like, you know,
not looking like a Dennis, right? Yeah,
yes.
I'd forgotten that bit. Do you know, it's really interesting what you're saying, because it's wonderful doing these interviews, because there's many things I don't know, because, you know, we arrive in the country, we don't have much time. It's very busy when you get there. So we don't have time to talk about all these things. So thank you for sharing how all this happened. So I remember when we arrived in Lithuania and we went to this lady's house. Do you remember this lady who had this house? And we went and stayed in her house, and you stayed with us. And there was, I think, 2 other people stayed with us in this house. Do you remember? And Uncle stayed in this nice big bedroom. Do you remember? And can you tell us a little bit about the experience in that house, and just in general about the first time that Uncle went to Lithuania?
It was really overwhelming because, you know, when we had such a nice evening, we had such a warm and such a deep, you know, relationship and talks. I felt like I'm united with a part of my family. It was such a blissful experience. And then in the morning, I was sleeping in a room, a different room on the different, you know, stage. And I went to shower. And when I came back, and Mr. Vadgama just looked just came for a while inside our room. He was not sleeping there. He was just came, and also the owner of the house was staying there, sleeping there. So when I came at the room when I was where I was sleeping, it was full of the booty on all Baba's pictures, and mostly and other pictures, and also the picture of my friend, and it was manifested vibhuti and very beautiful, you know. And when the owner of the house came, she just was crying. She was crying and just very uplifted and full of bliss. And yes, and it was, you know, the feeling of Baba going there and just manifesting himself. So it was the presence of Swami 100%.
Do you know,
felt.
I remember Seva, that in her kitchen she had a picture. I can't remember, it was a painting or a picture, and it was something related to Baba or whatever. And I think she, if I remember rightly, because it was quite a few years ago, she said to Baba, she said, why not on this picture, Baba? Why not?
Yeah.
Remember? And it was in the kitchen. And then I remember that we were in the other room. We were all in the other room. And then when she came back into the kitchen, that painting or picture had manifested vibhuti, and then she got really emotional because she had actually asked Baba why that picture didn't get vibhuti.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
This, and it was, you know, a picture was made of few pictures of Baba, you know, and she herself put them together, and it was this picture is very important for her. So she asked Swami inside. And then Baba manifested himself. And also I remember how it was manifested in another room. It was like S, like Swami, made from vibhuti.
Yeah.
But I remember that in the next place, in Ukmergė, it was also interesting because I asked Swami, in Lithuania, I asked Swami, I put a Krishna's picture, and then I came and it was no vibhuti on Krishna's picture. I said, Swami, why? I love Krishna so much. And then I came and it was full of vibhuti.
It's incredible, isn't it? Where was that? Was that in the Laksharchana room, or was that in the house?
I think it was in the house, where was Mr. Vadgama. But the interesting thing also, when was with this Krishna's picture, it was quite big. So I brought and I presented it to my very close friend's daughter. She's like, she lives in Ukraine and she's 7 years old, Katya. Her name is Katya, and she loves Krishna so much. You know, she is in culture of Christianity, Christian culture and all these things. But everywhere she, when she sees Krishna, she's very happy. And I gave this picture to her, and I put this picture under the glass in order to save vibhuti, you know.
Yeah.
And she made her small altar.
Yes.
Altar. She put a picture, and then she put an offering, not just a big offering like many things, but just a nice apple with love. And then she put a murti of Krishna, but it was a toy, soft toy. So she did like this. She gave it just with love, an apple. And the next morning, on the glass, not under, but on the glass, it was manifested vibhuti.
Wow, gosh,
yes.
Little girl, 7 years old, amazing.
Swami showed what is the most important, not the material offering you give, but the love and the devotion of a small child. Like in Bible it said, become like children, and then you will go to God's, kingdom.
Yeah. Oh, what a beautiful story. That's a lovely story. There's been quite a few stories, Seva, of people who've taken the vibhuti home and it's continued to manifest. So, there's quite a few stories. So that is a lovely story of a child. I've never heard a story of a child. That's the first child story I've heard. So thank you for sharing that. It's great. And also, Seva, can you tell, other than, because I remember we were in the countryside, weren't we, in Lithuania, the second place?
Yes.
And it was really countryside. It was totally in the countryside.
Yes. It is, there is a Swami's temple, and in Ukmerge by Uratia, and it was also a great Laksharchana, and also there, Mr. Vadgama, he was told that it will be like, I think, like this number of people, but he needed more pictures. And on first Laksharchana, it was, we didn't have enough Baba's pictures. So he gave like bigger ones, when Baba was sitting on the. Yes, he was giving, and the second, it was countryside. Just he prayed to Swami, and Swami, I don't have enough pictures, and then Swami materialized enough pictures. Yeah. And yes, and it was in Warsaw also this kind of thing, because it was 2 Laksharchanas in Warsaw, and every Laksharchana was about 200 people. Yeah, and for the first Laksharchana, he had for the second Laksharchana, he had about 70 packages of vibhuti, and he needed about 200. So he started
about 200, yeah.
Yeah, he started to pray to Swami, and the vibhuti manifested.
Right. And, do you know, Seva, I have a surprise visitor who's just come in the room. He's just arrived. I'm going to have to give him one because it's all coming through my headphone. Can you put this one in your ear so you can hear what's happening? So our surprise visitor has just come in the room. There we go. You ready?
Yes. Sarah.
So Uncle just arrived. Uncle, we're having an interview with Seva in Lithuania. So this is Seva in Lithuania. So we're going to put that in here. So you can hear what's happening, Seva.
Mr. Vadgama, I'm so happy.
So nice
to see you. And you see, there is also pictures of Swami. On some of them, there is also vibhuti. And I remember when in Warsaw, we were doing Laksharchana with Mr. Vadgama, and then suddenly the electricity just disappeared. Yeah. And we were shocked what to do. But then I saw that Mr. Vadgama is very, very, very calm, in peace. And I thought what to do, because it's 200 people and it was no light. Yeah. And it was quite dark. But then the electricity appeared, and I saw that in the Laksharchana room, on the altar, a big photo of Swami, and on his pillow, and here, like where the mother is having her child, Yeah. When she is, like I will show you. Yeah. It's like.
Look, you're showing us the picture, Uncle.
No. more or less, more or less, more or less,
you can see everywhere.
more or less here. You see, Dennis?
Yeah.
And here, when the mother has her child, on a big picture in the hall of Laksharchana manifested a vibhuti from like in the shape of the heart. And the heart,
Okay.
and the heart is prema. So Swami showed that he is just he will soon deliver prema. You know, prema sai.
Ah, right. That was the soon delivered promise. Wait a minute. I'm just checking if Uncle can hear because I'm putting the volume higher. Is that better, Uncle? Now it's much higher.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, because Uncle is hearing, so we're putting the volume up. Okay, so you can hear what's going on. So Seva, can you also tell us after Uncle came and you've told me that you initiated Laksharchana on your own in the different countries. Can you tell us a little bit how that's happening?
Yes, it was also Swami's inspiration, because I had many things, like I was told that I don't by the some official people of Sai organizations that I cannot organize Laksharchana because I was at this time an youth coordinator of Sai organization in Lithuania.
Yeah.
So and it is not an official activity of Sai organization here. So I was thinking what to do, but I was still having a strong feeling in my heart that I have to do it, and I was doing it. And then I asked Swami, please show me what should I? Is it right that I'm doing it? And then I looked on the sky, and it was two big rainbows. You know, I saw them, and it so beautifully. And when I was going at my home, they were, you know, just going with me. So Swami showed me. And also, I remember also when I was, we were organizing Laksharchana in Warsaw. It was also like this, like I had a dream. So I said, come in my dream, come, it will be really, it will be Swami there. And then I suddenly I just saw that around me, Vibhuti was manifesting,
Right.
just like this. And my another dream, also Swami came to my dream, and he said, "Now I will show you your business." I said, "Wow, very interesting. What business?" Yeah, some company or something. And then he took my arm. And he started to do like he put on one place, and he started to take away my bad karma. It was like a black substance, and he was taking it away. And when he finished, like a bad blood. When he finished, suddenly his body, my body, disappeared, and I just saw that I was among Sai devotees, and then the sounds came to my mind, and these sounds were very loud mantra, and this mantra was Om Shri Satyai Krishnaya Nama. Om Shri Satyai Krishnaya. So I discovered that Swami showed me my business, but it was like, Laksharchana. And I thought that it was some company, financial thing. And he showed me it's your business,
Yeah.
So, and then I discovered myself buying very, cheap ticket to somewhere like Norway. It is very cold there.
Yeah.
And I thought, why go there? And I discovered that I will go there for 2 days, like, so. It was, I felt it was in my dream, So when I woke up, I felt that I have to do more and more Laksharchana. And we started to do nearly every week in Lithuania. Now we do not every week, but tomorrow, for example, we also gather here to do online Laksharchana. And Laksharchana is organized in Lithuania here and also in Vilnius. And in Wrocław, in Poland, also one person is doing Laksharchana. And about 60, 70 people are coming for Laksharchana monthly. And in Ukraine, also people are doing Laksharchana. And when I was doing Laksharchana in Ukraine, in Odessa, my native town, also Vibhuti manifested on the altar. And in Kiev, after Laksharchana, also I had a Vibhuti manifestation on my mobile phone. It was very interesting.
Really? Gosh!
It was like a different, like a stars, quite a big, like 10 stars made of Vibhuti, maybe more. So it looked like a cosmos and universe. And first, it was not me who saw it. It was my friend, and she saw like, oh, what is it? So I can send you a pictures also.
Wow, yeah, do send us a picture. We had that happened in Montpellier as well. So that's really, really interesting. Very good. Very
interesting thing is when Maria, she were also one of the organizers in Poland. She basically organized many things for Laksharchana, and at her house, uncle was staying, and it was full of Vibhuti. And at night, all the people went to sleep, also uncle and all. And she said to me, "Oh, Swami is so merciful and so giving so much for Mr. Vadgama, but." I thought not only for him, but also for you. It's your house. But she said, no, but I don't know if Baba would materialize Vibhuti for me, if it wouldn't be Mr. Vadgama here. I said, for sure, he can materialize Vibhuti for you everywhere. But she said, oh, I don't know. And then suddenly she opened her purse, and it was, and she said, oh, Sergei, Seva, please help me. I have these 2 or 3 pictures which were given to me by devotees, and they were packed. And she asked, and they asked me to put it somewhere where Mr. Vadgama is, in order to maybe Swami will manifest Vibhuti on them. I said, no, I will not go there. Mr. Vadgama is sleeping. All the people are sleeping there. I don't want to go there. Maybe I put near somewhere. And then she started to open these pictures, and the pictures were packed in the envelopes and in the fully closed. And when we were unpacking first picture from the envelope, so suddenly I saw the parts of Vibhuti and the smell of Vibhuti, and see what's going on. And when we opened the first envelope from her purse, inside the envelope, inside the package, this picture was already full of Vibhuti.
Wow.
And then we opened next envelope, and it was full of Vibhuti. And we called to the devotees who gave them, and we asked, did you give it with Vibhuti? He said, wow, are you crazy? For sure, no. We wanted to manifest it, Vibhuti. So I said to Maria, see, Swami manifested Vibhuti not near Mr. Vadgama, but inside your purse, inside clothes. So Swami is for all, and he loves all, and he is giving his grace to all.
I think these are beautiful stories, because they're beautiful stories. Yeah, and
Yeah, better than you told internet Laksharchana when we to you this story. I like it. But
yeah,
it's so nice, very, very nice. I'm very pleased to you.
yeah, very nice story. So, obviously, as you know, we're going to send this out through our networks and people can hear these stories. But Seva, what I like about your stories is it's showing as you continue to do Laksharchana very much on your own. Baba's blessing you without Uncle being there. So, Uncle was a catalyst for you to just continue his work. So I think that's a really beautiful experience. And also, Seva, I just want to finish this interview with just one question for you, which is, how do you feel that Laksharchana has impacted your life or transformed your life in any way?
This Laksharchana is just overwhelming experience. It's just the Swami's grace fully. You can hear, you can feel, you can experience his love, his light, his his energies in a very short time. It takes only 1.5 hours, and it just brings together people. And after Laksharchana, people are connected together, and we can work together in this vibrations of Swami's name. And one of the most important things is that Swami blessed that everybody gets the spiritual, fruit of repeating 100,000 times Laksharchana, only for repeating 9 malas. So, after every Laksharchana, I feel so revitalized, so fresh, and I get so many friends all around the world, in this in Laksharchana.
Yeah.
And Laksharchana connected us together, and then we organized many Sai meetings. Now, previous New Year, and this New Year, actually this 12 o'clock, when it was we were going in New Year, we just entered in this New Year in Laksharchana. So actually we were doing Laksharchana, about 60-70 people from Lithuania, from Latvia, from Poland. Previous year and this, all these two New Year, we were doing it together. And when it was 0000, this 12 o'clock at night,
yeah,
we were chanting Laksharchana, and like we entered the New Year in Laksharchana, then Laksharchana was and is supporting and giving us the basis and this energy and this inspiration to go further and to serve Swami and to discover our inner self. And also, bringing us together, also it's quite easy. So for young people, now we were doing Laksharchana in Lithuania, in Ukraine, and also sometimes we use another mantras. For example, we were doing before 1 week, we were doing Laksharchana in Babaji Ashram, and we were doing another mantra, but the main just thing was the same. And but mostly the people like this mantra. Sometimes I remember in Mahashivaratri we were doing Laksharchana with mantra Om Namah Shivaya. But and also I remember we were doing Laksharchana with mantra Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Yeah.
And also on the photos it was violet lights going on the people. So very, very intense divine energies all the time when Laksharchana is there. So it's very universal. But anyway, mostly people like mantra Om Shri Satya Sai Krishna Nama, which was given directly from Swami. Then people are feeling that their karma is burned, and this is the experience of unity with our own divine self, with Swami, and with each other.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. Very beautiful. So I think, Seva, what I've got out of this interview, and we've got the surprise visitor, because normally Uncle is not in these interviews, so you're very blessed that you've got Mr. Vadgama with us.
We love you so much. We work for travel. And Swami, we can help you out.
So we're very
please ask to help me to do more and more Laksharchana, and to spread this all around the world.
Yes, but it's like we're doing the online Laksharchana now. We have 10 countries on board. There's more and more countries coming. So I think the Laksharchana is going very global and very quickly. So the initiative of the online is really, really uniting the world together. And we are thinking now, we haven't announced it yet, we are thinking of doing a huge event for the whole of Europe and anybody who wants to come also from other countries. So there's a huge thing going to happen next year. We're hoping we can do that. And so there's lots of things happening. I think what I got from your interview, Seva, what I can hear is that the beauty in Lithuania, the Baltics, and what you guys are doing in Russia is that you are taking this, you're not waiting for us, you're just going ahead, you're doing your own stuff while, between us and Uncle being online and coming to see you, you're actually doing your own thing. Baba's blessing what you're doing. Even little children are getting blessed. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. I love the story how you're using the Laksharchana rice to do Narayana Seva. So you're doing feeding the homeless with the rice from the Laksharchana. I mean, that is amazing. And actually, I'm going to talk to Uncle about that, because I wonder if there's a way that we can put the rice to the Seva project here. So, I mean, there's so many things coming out of the Baltics. Absolutely fabulous.
Interesting thing that we were putting Laksharchana rice, we are putting in porridge for homeless people. And then I remember once we were praying together with homeless people, together with others. We were praying before, Om Brahma Arpanam, and I was standing near this food. And when I opened the eyes, I saw a big, quite big number of vibhuti on one of the pots with rice, with porridge.
That's amazing, isn't it? That's a really amazing story.
I said to other people, to devotees, who put it? What do you think, about it? Because people can think that it is a drug or something.
Like it's cocaine or something.
Yeah.
and I was, quite shouting. And then people are saying, no. We were not putting, because, you were the closest one who was standing near this food, and we just prayed. And I said, but all the people, homeless people also saw it. So we are already in the hall. And I took this pot and I tried to put vibhuti inside. And then I saw that vibhuti is a bit stuck to the pot. Yeah. I realized only then that it was materialized. And only then I realized on whom I was really shouting. That Swami shows that all what is done only by him. Yeah. And every time how I talk, and I shout only on him,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I should be more careful and more loving
to the people. So Seva, I want to thank you really for this wonderful opportunity to talk to you. I want to thank Uncle for coming into our interview for a surprise visitor. He was just coming back from a meeting.
The more people in Italy, we are planning to do the big Laksharchana when in the...
Yeah, we're planning a big Laksharchana, so we will let you know. We're thinking we might do it in Italy for the whole of Europe. So we will let you know. We're not totally sure yet. We will let you know.
We like to call all Europe people and everybody going together.
Yeah, so hopefully we can...
Very good.
And quite a lot, you know. And you have to help us and you organize more and more people. You can do a lot of good work.
Yeah, I think Lithuania is a great example of amazing work that's happening. So, Seva, I want to thank you. I want to say Sai Baba, and I want to thank Uncle for joining us.
Thank you so much. And also in Ukraine we have also it was interesting. One person just called and said, please ask Mr. Vadgama to come here. So she is ready, this lady, to to pay all the expenses for the flights, for the accommodation.
For Ukraine. You want to go to Ukraine? You want to go to Ukraine, Uncle?
Yeah, we'll go there.
Yeah, he says yes, he's going to Ukraine. So we'll talk about it later. We have to see, because we're organising this big event now, but I know that the people from Ukraine might not be able to go. So see what we can do. Yeah, and he says call Russia. All the Russians can come also, so hopefully. So big thank you, Sai Ram. We will see you online tomorrow, and lots of love from London, and thank you, and love to the whole Baltics of Russia. From
Baltics, from Russia, from Ukraine, we are always waiting for you, and we are always with you.
Thank you. Thank you. Sai Ram. Bye. Bye. Seva. Bye.